The Raven. Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered weak and weary over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, while I nodded nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as of someone gently rapping at my chamber door. "'Tis some visitor," I muttered, tapping at my chamber door. Only this, and nothing more. Ah, distinctly I remember it was in the bleak December, and each separate dying ember wrought its ghost upon the floor. Eagerly I wished the morrow, vainly I had sought to borrow from my books a cease of sorrow for the lost Lenore. For the rare and radiant maiden whom the angels name Lenore, nameless he forevermore. And the silken, sad, uncertain rustling of each purple curtain thrilled me, filled me with fantastic terrors never felt before, so that now to still the beating of my heart I stood repeating, "'Tis some visitor entreating entrance at my chamber door. Some late visitor entreating entrance at my chamber door. This it is, and nothing more." Presently my soul grew stronger, hesitating then no longer. "Sir," said I, "or madam, truly your forgiveness I implore. But the fact is I was napping, and so gently you came rapping, and so faintly you came tapping at my chamber door, that I scarce was sure I heard you. Here I opened wide the door. Darkness there, and nothing more. Deep into the darkness peering, long I stood there wondering, fearing, doubting, dreaming dreams no mortal ever cared to dream before. But the silence was unbroken, and the stillness gave no token, and the only word, the word was spoken, was whispered word Lenore. This I whispered, and an echo muttered back the word Lenore. Merely this, and nothing more. Back into the chamber turning, all my soul within me burning, soon again I heard the tapping, somewhat louder than before. "Surely," I said, "surely, that is something at my window lattice. Let me see then what the threat is, and this mystery explore. Let my heart be still a moment, and the mystery I'll explore. 'Tis the wind, nothing more." Then this ebony bird beguiling my sad fancy into smiling, by the grave and stern decorum of the countenance and wall. "Though thy crest be shone and shaven, thou," I said, "art sure no craven, ghastly grim and ancient raven, wandering from the nightly shore. Tell me what thy lordly name is, O the night's Plutonian shore." Quoth the raven, "Much I marveled this ungainly fowl to hear discourse so plainly, though its answer little meaning, little relevancy bore. For we cannot help agreeing that no living human being ever yet was blessed with seeing bird above his chamber door, bird or beast upon the sculptured bust above his chamber door, with such a name as never." But the raven sitting lonely on the placid bust spoke only that one word, as if his soul in that one word did outpour. Nothing farther than he uttered, not a feather then he fluttered, till I scarcely more than muttered, "Our friends have flown before." On the morrow he will leave me, as my hopes have flown before. This the bird said, nevermore. Startled at the stillness broken by reply so aptly spoken, doubtless I said, what it utters, it is only stock and store. Caught from some unhappy master, who unmerciful disaster followed fast and followed faster, till his song one burden bore. Till the dirges of hope that melancholy burden bore. Of never, never. But the raven still beguiling my sad fancy into smiling, straight I wheeled a cushioned seat in front of bird and Boston door. Then upon the velvet sinking, I betook myself to linking, fancy unto fancy thinking, what this ominous bird of yore, what a grim, ungainly, ghastly, gaunt, and ominous bird of yore, meant in croaking. This I sat engaged in guessing, but no syllable expressing, to the fowl whose fiery eyes now burned into my bosom's core. This and more I sat divining, with my head at ease reclining, on the cushion's velvet lining, that the lamplight gloated o'er. But whose velvet violet lining with the lamplight glowing o'er, she shall press, never. Then methought the air grew denser, perfumed from an unseen censer, swung by seraphim whose footfalls tinkled on the tufted floor. Wretch, I cried, thy God hath lent thee, by these angels hath sent thee respite, respite, and nepenthe from the memories of Lenore. Quath, oh quath, this kind nepithe, and forgotten this loth the gnaw. Quoth the raven, never. Prophet, I said, thing of evil, prophet still if bird or devil, by the heaven that bends above us, by that God we both adore, tell this soul with sorrow laden, with the distant Aiden, it shall clasp a sainted maiden, whom the angels named Lenore. Clasp a rare and radiant maiden, whom the angels named Lenore. Quoth the raven, never. Be that word or sign of parting, bird or fiend, I shrieked, upstarting, get thee back into the tempest and the night's Plutonian shore. Leave no black perfume as a token of that lie thy soul hath spoken. Leave my loneliness unbroken. Quit the bust above my door. Take thy beak from out thy heart, and take thy form from off my door.